What's up, family? Man, um, there's a lot of things that I'm not good at. Um, and one of them is like self promotion. I'm not good at promoting myself in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? I'm just not. I get asked a lot, do I have like sessions, one on one sessions and stuff of that nature? Yes, I do. Those have been with me from day ones, yeah, they know. But just hit me up in an email, and we'll take it from there. Just want to get that out the way because I always forget to say something about that. I get asked a lot, um, how do you fix things? How do you fix it? James Baldwin said, um, to fix something, you first must face it. In order to fix it, you have to face it. I want to take it deeper because I love what he said because what he said was completely true. In order to fix anything, you have to face it. First and foremost, we must understand whether or not it's even fixable. You know what I mean? And regardless of whether or not we get to that understanding of whether it's fixable, how to fix something, man, we got to understand who we are. You know what I mean? We have to understand our role in whatever transpired. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that we're going through, whatever it is that we're dealing with, we have to understand that we play a role in it. We have to understand that there's a lesson in it for us to learn. You know what I mean? So often we get so fixated on what the other person did. So often we get fixated, and this person did this, and they did this, and they did that, da. You know what I mean? We quit. Man, they did that, and you know what I mean? And man, it's like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Slow up. You slow your roll. What did you do? What role did you play in it? And when you ask people that, they're like, what? I didn't do nothing, and I didn't say that. It's like, hold up, stop, 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 stop. They did this, and that. How did they feel comfortable to do this, and that? Do you have boundaries up? Did you establish these boundaries from the gate? It's easy for us to get fixated on what other people do. It's a different thing to look at ourselves. It's a totally different beast, when we have to go in and reflect on ourselves and say, well, man, you know what? Maybe I do have a role in this. Not just no maybe. I do have a role in this. You know what I mean? But if you could start out with maybe, okay, man, that's a step in the right direction for some of us. You know what I mean? Because we ain't never accepting responsibility for anything. We never accept ownership for anything. A lot of us. You know what I mean? And man, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But in order to grow, you have to own up to your stuff. In order to grow, you have to own up to your madness. You are not going to grow and reach your full potential not accepting ownership of the drama and the chaos that you create. And the truth be told, many of us are addicted to drama and chaos. We love drama and chaos. And in fact, if there's no drama and chaos, we will create drama and chaos just so that we can feel normal. Just so that we feel like, okay, everything's normal. You know what I mean? Everything's the way it is. You know what I mean? This is how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? We need that drama and chaos. I don't. I have a zero tolerance for drama and chaos. I don't deal with it at all. I don't. But many of us have this thing about us that, man, all we know is drama and chaos. And we're so comfortable in drama and chaos to where we create drama and chaos because we like it. Drama and chaos feels good to us. We like being messy. Is it fixable? Family, we have to deal with some real stuff. You know what I mean? We have to learn how to go within. And everything teaches you to look outward. You know what I mean? Everything that we look at, everything that we talk about now on social media and everywhere else, religions is always looking externally. You know what I mean? Man, family, in order to grow, really grow, you're going to have to go within. You're going to have to go within. I don't care how much you study Kung Fu. I don't care how much you study religion. I don't care how much you study anything. In order for you to grow as an individual, you're going to have to go within. Why do you do what you do? What are the root causes that leads you to do what you do? That makes you believe what you believe? Until you start dealing with those issues, until you start dealing with that, man, you ain't really doing anything. You just talking to talk. You ain't really trying to grow. You ain't really trying to change anything. You ain't really trying to fix anything. You have to go to the root cause. And I understand that, man, it's a process. You know what I mean? You got to be able to retrace your tracks. You know what I mean? You can't just jump straight to the root cause. You're going to have to work your way back there. What led you to where you're at? Why do you think the way you think? Is that healthy? Is that where you want to go? Is that how you want to be? Are you happy the way that you are? Okay, cool. Stay the way you are. To each their own. But if you're not happy the way you are, if you don't have peace of mind, if you don't have joy, then something's wrong. Something's wrong. And that lack of joy, that lack of peace, that anxiety, that worry, all that other stuff, that's God's way of getting your attention. Hey, something's wrong. Something's out of place. We got to address this. And it's not so much that God has to address it, you have to address it. God's making you, not God's making, God's allowing you to go through that worry. He's allowing you to go through that stress. He's allowing you to go through that anxiety. He's allowing you to feel frustrated and confused and discombobulated and all this other stuff. He's allowing you these feelings and these emotions because he's trying to get your attention. He's trying to get you to understand that, man, something's not in line. Something's out of place. Calm down. Come on over here and talk to me. God's trying to get you to see some things about you. So many of us, man, we get into religion and we get into all these other things and we want people to fix the problem for us. We want God to fix the problem for us. We want to be able to go to church and to the mosque and to the temples and all this other stuff and just boom, God, here's my problems, fix them. Man, God, I'm waiting for you to fix my problems. Man, God, I'm waiting for you to solve my financial crisis. Man, God, I'm waiting for you to fix my health. Man, God, I'm waiting for you to take away my depression. Man, God, I'm waiting for you to take away my fear. Man, God, I'm waiting for you to take my being overweight. We want God to fix everything. And God ain't trying to fix everything. That's not his job. God is trying to get your attention. He's trying to get you to come spend some time with him. So he could show you some things, so he could tell you some things. But so many of us, we know it all. So many of us, man, you can't tell me nothing. If it ain't coming from the pulpit, if the pastor ain't said, if I didn't read it in the Bible, if I didn't read it in the Quran, if I didn't read it in this, if I didn't read, man, you can't tell me this. You can't tell. And that's why you depressed. That's why you got anxiety. That's why you got fear. That's why you got worried. That's why you're so fearful. That's why you're so overweight. Because can't nobody tell you anything. You got all these preconceived notions that, man, if it don't come from this place right here, if it don't come this way right here, then it ain't right. Okay, to each their own. Do you? Do you? But if you've been doing that and you still got worry, if you still doing that and you still got doubt, if you been doing that and you still can't get out of where you been at financially or anywhere else, man, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's real wrong. If you've been doing all the quote unquote things that you believe to do that's right, and you still ain't healthy, then something's wrong. Something's real wrong. You can believe whatever you want to believe. Just because you believe it don't mean that it's true. And that's so hard for us to get through our thick skulls. So many of us, we so hard-headed and just so stubborn. Man, we get our mindset on something, and this is how it is, and I'm staying right here. I'm grounded, I'm rooted in this, right? And you grounded and rooted in ignorance. And can't nobody move you. God ain't moving you. Ain't nothing moving you until you allow that madness to go. You're going to have to grow up. And it's a trip because you know what? I deal with a lot of adults my age group and, a little bit younger. And I trip out on how I'm 51, how people in their 50s and 40s, how stubborn they are. You know what I mean? I mean, just stubborn, you know what I mean? And it's like, man. And when you talk to them and you really get to know them, you realize, man, they were traumatized in their childhood and they got stuck there. Stay with me. They got stuck in that mental capacity. They got stuck at that mental level, at whatever age it was. So they're 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old, and something traumatic happened to them. For the most part, that's where they're stuck at emotionally. And that's how they act. Because that's where they're at. And so we're trying to talk to each other. And I'm trying to talk to them as for a human level, adults, and they ain't on that adult level. They look like adults. They talk like they're an adult, but emotionally, they ain't there. Spiritually, they're not there. They could fake the funk all they want to. And it is what it is, you know what I mean? I don't care. I don't have a heaven and hell to put anybody in. Do you? It don't affect me in any way, shape, or form. I want everybody to grow. I want everybody to have peace. I want everybody to have joy. It's an individual thing, though. It's an individual thing. I can't give you peace. I can't give you joy. I can't make you happy. That's something that you're going to have to do on your own. And in order to get that, man, you have to do the work for it. You're going to have to do the work. And you're going to have to understand why you don't have it. And stop blaming everybody else. Because as long as you keep blaming everybody else, you're never going to get it. You're never going to have peace. You're never going to have joy. Because you're so fixated on blaming everybody else and not growing. Because you don't want to do the work. And so many of us, we mask our spirituality. We say we're so spiritual, and we're really emotionally, spiritually, developmentally retarded. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? We've been stuck. We've been stuck. And the truth is, man, we're drowning in quicksand. We're drowning in that fear. We're drowning in that anxiety. We're drowning in debt. We're drowning in worry. We're drowning in self hate. We're drowning in all these things, and then we put it on this facade like, man, we got our stuff together and whoop de whoop de whoop, and man, I'm so spiritual, man, I'm so saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, water baptized, and running for the Lord, and whoop de whoop de whoop, and man, we're dying. We're dying full of fear, dying overweight, dying lonely and frustrated and angry and jealous and just, man. Is it fixable? Yeah, it's fixable. You're fixable. You're fixable. Your relationship with somebody else, that may not be fixable. That may not be fixable. And it is what it is. But that shouldn't be your concern. And so again, that's a distraction. What our concern should be is, man, where am I at? What do I need to be doing? Do I need to be growing? How do I need to grow? What areas do I need to grow in? Man, forget the relationship. Do I want this relationship? Yeah, I want this relationship. But my first priority is me. Once I fix me, man, I may come to a realization and understand that, you know what, this relationship ain't really what I want. This relationship is really beneath me. This relationship really is holding me back. But as long as I'm not where I'm supposed to be at, emotionally and spiritually, man, I'm going to hold on to this. Not even realizing that this right here is a distraction. And it may be a good thing. If it is a good thing, it don't matter. Do you get you right first? If you get you right, this is going to be right. If this is not right for you, this relationship, this experience, this job, whatever it is, if this is not right for you, do you? You're not going to really understand whether this is right for you or not until you do you. You got to get you got to know who you are. You got to resolve your own issues first and foremost. You got to come into some understandings of who you really are, where you're trying to go. Once you do that, the great majority of times we're going to realize, that's not what I want. Now I'll pass. Thank you for your time. Thank you for helping me learn that this is not what I want in life. Thank you for helping me learn that, man, I was living beneath my means. Thank you for helping me learn that, man, you know what, I have some stuff that I need to resolve. Thank you for helping me learn. They played their role. They did what they were supposed to do. It was what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Be grateful for that situation. Be grateful for that person, regardless of what it was. You know what I mean? Regardless of how painful it was. It's to teach you something. It's to bring you some greater awareness of who you are. It's to show you whether you're in alignment or not. And when I talk about being in alignment, I'm always talking about being in alignment with God. Okay? And so, man, we have to understand something, family. We have to look at us. Take your eyes off of everything else. You're going to have to go within. You're going to have to resolve your own issues. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to rescue you from you. You got to fix you. You have to fix you. And what I mean by fixing you, man, you have to get to know who you are. You got to get to know why you do what you do, why you believe what you believe. Why do you think you're unlovable? Why do you think you're going to be lonely for the rest of your life? Why do you think you're unworthy? Why do you think you're not qualified? Why do you think you're stupid? Why do you think you're ugly? On the flip side of that, why do you think you're so beautiful? Why do you think you're so dang sexy? Why do you think you're so dang smart? Because see, many of us, when we'll look at people and say, man, if you don't believe this, if you think badly about yourself, then you have issues. You know what I mean? But if you take it to the far extreme, if you're arrogant, egotistical, narcissistic, you still got issues. You just got them on the reversed end of it. You still have low self-esteem. You just reversed it. You just reversed it. But you still got low self-esteem. You still don't like yourself. You still don't love who you are. I don't care how egotistical you are. I don't care how arrogant you are. I don't care how narcissistic you are. Those are all clues that something's wrong. Those are all clues that, man, you're not in alignment. Those are all clues that, man, you got some self-doubt. You got some self-hate going on. Regardless of how you fix it up, you could put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig. There's one of us, not one of us that is perfect. Not one of us. We all, every single one of us breathing, have things that we need to be working on. And so often, and this is my biggest thing with Christians, is that, man, so many people that I've come across are so quick to damn and send everybody else to hell just because their quote unquote sin is different from theirs. The Bible says everybody sin. Ain't nobody perfect. So you ain't perfect, I ain't perfect. How the hell are you gonna put me in hell? How the hell are you gonna tell me I need Jesus? How the hell are you gonna tell me that I'm going to hell just because I sin differently than you do? Because I don't believe what you believe. Because I don't do what you do. So that makes me a worse sinner than you. I don't even deal with people like that anymore. I don't even waste my time trying to talk to people like that anymore. I don't. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't have time for foolishness. And to me, that's foolishness. I don't have time for self righteous, judgmental people because ain't none of us got it all figured out. None of us. I don't have it all figured out. My hope and prayer is that we learn to humble ourselves and that we'll get in alignment with God and that we'll understand that, man, I need help. And how I help myself is by being real with myself and seeing things for how they really are. And I can only do that by being in alignment with God. Family, is it fixable? Are you fixable? Yes, you're fixable. You're lovable. You're worthy. And you matter. You're important. And you have a significant role to play for humanity. The world is waiting on you. The world is waiting for you to reach your potential. The world is waiting for you to come into your own so that you can become a beacon of hope, so that you can become a beacon of love, a beacon of joy for others, so that they may find their path, and so that they may turn around and be that same beacon for those coming behind them. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.